Okay, good afternoon to all of you as you are having Nepalese time there, but here it's the morning in Dublin. Uh, so again, you are having really good festive mood there, but here again, we are celebrating this Tihar in our own way. I can see 6 members right now, including all of us, so it's still a good team. In a sense, everyone is busy these days, traveling to different places uh, due to the festive season. I can see Santi Sharma ma'am, Parsu Shrestha sir, Bhesh Khatka sir, Chetraj sir here, and Lakshman sir, and I will be moderating today. As regards Suman Laudari sir, he informed me just let's say an hour ago. He is in hospital right now for his uh, checkup. Actually, he got problem on his shoulder, so he's right now,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
he's right now trying to figure out what exactly is the problem. So he has gone for consultation. So as Lakshman sir said, we will try our level best to wind up today's session on time, which will be by 11:15 here local time, but they are at 4. Yeah. So, uh, without delay, yeah, as we planned earlier, like today we'll be learning from two teams, Bheser's teams and Chetsar's teams, regarding the action research that was carried out by Devi Sara and then Indu ma'am. So, again, we need to acknowledge at first Janak Singh Negi sir to let's say compile and then let's say edit such a volume which has really been useful for all of us to see how different people have carried out their action research in Nepal. And definitely thanks goes to Richard as well. It's Richard who let's say who came to our land and then introduced us this concept, and finally, yeah, it's going wider and wider, and even through the online forum, so which we are having right now. Uh, so without delay again, shall we hand it over to one of the teams, Bhesraj sir's team, to share your presentation on the action research carried out by Devisara RC. And also, let me, yeah, as it was stated in email earlier, which we sent to you, like today, at first you will be sharing uh, their action research, then you will update your progress. Later, as we'll have some time, so we'll also request some other participants who are here to update their progress as well. We are very much glad to receive 23 responses in midterm evaluation, and you have written really well, which we'll also share a little bit later as regards the questions some of you have asked there. So that's really good progress. Yeah, now over to Bhesh sir first. Or may I know if Lakshman sir has anything to share right now?
I think that's fine. I mean, how I divided the group was alphabetically. So Anil and Wes are in the same team, so that's fine. So that's the first group to go with, and that is also the order in the compilation. That's the first report, Devi Saraj report. So let us have Anil and Vesraj, and the third was Dev Karke, I think. Yes. So present first. And we wrote in the email that his team will be talking, I mean, presenting for 10 minutes. Because we do not have major agenda after that. Maybe if the discussion goes well, if that is useful, we can go a little longer. But it's now 3:15, and then 10 plus 10. So I think that should be fine. So 10, if you really have a lot of things to share, do not go beyond 15 minutes. Otherwise, 10 is fine. Okay, you can go ahead, start.
Bhesh sir has put a question here, like can we
Yeah.
change the turn? Of course, like
Oh,
yeah.
oh, okay. Okay.
So in that case, we'd like to request
Yeah.
Chet sir. Chet sir, are you there? Okay, and later Bhesh sir. So I would also like to request everyone to switch off your microphone for the time being.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to extend my thankfulness to my mentors for the opportunity of this presentation. Today, I am delighted to present the review of an exploratory action research entitled "My Students Do Not Appear to Be Interested in Writing and They Have Difficulties in Writing" by Indu Adhikari. We are 3 members in a group for presentation. However, Geeta Bhattrai is not able to participate in this webinar because of her urgency. I hope Devra sir is will be here with us and excited to contribute the presentation. So let's get started. Indu Adhikari, a teacher from Surkhet, conducted exploratory action research in grade 8 since she realized that her students were not interested in writing and they had difficulties in writing. She first of all she set some objective. Her objective were to decide why students were not interested in writing, to find out the students' difficulties in writing, to improve students' writing skill in English. First of all, to understand the current situation, she prepared 3 exploratory questions, which were: what problems are there in students' writing? What do students do when she gives writing tasks? What do students say about writing tasks? She prepared 5 questions as a questionnaire for the students in order to find out whether the students were interested or not. And she also asked her colleague to observe her class to find out what the student do when she gave the writing task to her student. In this table, her findings were presented, and her first question was, do you enjoy writing? And almost majority of students, about 80% students says yes. And then she want to whether they feel happy or about their about writing tasks. So she asked the question. She just give the questionnaire, and about 70% students say happy, and 25% worry. They said they are worried about writing tasks, and 5% says that writing task is really difficult. And here in this table, it shows that a majority of students have had negative attitude toward writing skill. About 87% says they have poor writing skill. So only 13% said they have good writing skill, and all they want, they are happy to improve their writing skill. So another question, she asked why they feel, what do they feel writing skill and why. So most of they said writing skill, their skill is really hard, and about 73% says they don't write because of poor vocabulary. This is one of the problem, and 30% says they don't know how to write, and 5% students said their handwriting is really poor, and 5% here reading, they don't. There is a problem with reading. Yeah, here her findings are shown, and next her colleagues finding, and her colleague said students were interested in writing and curious in learning, while she were teaching, most of the students were confused about what to write. Few students were talking unnecessarily. This is the finding of our colleague. And after the observation, after the finding of exploratory questions, she came to know that students were interested in writing. They had difficulties due to the lack of vocabulary power. Lack of vocabulary was the cause of poor performance of student and their poor participation in writing tasks. Then she carried out, she find out some plans for action, and her plans for actions are vocabulary teaching needed for writing on a topic, generating ideas for writing, writing sentences in English, brainstorming ideas for a paragraph in English or Nepali, writing paragraph, use of group or pairo. Then, after preparing her plan for action, she prepared activities for practicing vocabulary and generating ideas. Mostly, she used stars techniques to generate ideas, where one star student draw one star in their copy, as which is shown in the picture, and in a they fill some information on the stars about the topic. So here is one example, and there is start, and what is your name? This is about yourself, and what is your name? They have to write here, and next one, in this way they have to fill the star. This is the start technique to generate ideas. She prepares several worksheet of this start. Start sheet and assign tasks. Then she asked to write sentences with the help of those worksheets. She also asked them to make a short paragraph. She sometimes she also used clustering technique. Clustering technique here means one main topic is written in one center, and other some information are required information are mentioned in the box. With the help of those information, students have to collect information, and then they have to make a paragraph. And then she also used learn 5 words a day technique, where students had to learn 5 words from their textbook and use though share their meaning in the classroom. After the application of those action, she found that there is seen dramatic change in student writing and their behavior. The student who could not write a single sentence started writing a paragraph. Students completed tasks with devotion. So then, with the exploratory action research, she learned that before writing, eliciting vocabulary is essential. Students must be encouraged for generating ideas. Group work helps in generating ideas and learn from each other. Then she came to in conclusion that after exploratory action research, students were more active in writing. Students were interested for writing. Poor vocabulary creates problems. So to find out actual problem of students, exploratory action research is fruitful for teaching and learning. Thank you.
Yes, thanks a lot, Chitrat sir for such a wonderful presentation. First of all, we'll take some questions from our friends if they have. So what you can do is you can uh, unmute your microphone and put questions directly to Chet sir. Then we'd like to request Chet sir to later, on the second half, briefly tell about your research progress. But first of all, we'll take some questions. Any questions, Santi ma'am or Chet sir? Sorry, Santi ma'am or Ves sir or Porsu sir? Anyone has any question? It seems yeah. Any questions you have?
No question, sir.
Okay. So, Lakshman sir, anything to add up?
I think what initially I thought, what I expected from the presentation, I'm happy because the participants were sort of confused and sort of lost, feeling lost, what to do. But when they see a big picture from beginning to the end of somebody's action research process and the outcomes, I think those who read and presented or prepared, I guess they have been able to understand the whole process. So, Chetraz, what do you feel now? Do you feel better? Chetraz?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Yeah, I am listening.
So after, what do you know better? What do you feel better about EAR after reading, preparing, and presenting, which you did not know before?
Yeah, to find out the actual problem of the student. Before that, I just taught myself which technique, and I think that is applicable. I just use there, but nowadays, and I am thinking on the student perspective. What is the actual problem, and how can I solve them? So.
Okay,
This is my
that
learning.
is something that, okay, that is the learning that you got from our earlier webinars, okay? But
Yeah.
after today's, who is the researcher? Indu, yes?
Yeah.
So
Indu
after reading, yes, after reading Indu Adhikari's research report, what did you learn better? What did you learn now? Something new, which you did
Yeah, and
not know before.
I learned how to prepare a report for exploratory action research, and how
Okay.
can we apply our plans into action.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. I think that's done. So let's go with the next presenter.
Okay. Before that, shall we take a quick progress update from Chet sir? What do you think, Lakshman sir?
I was thinking let's listen to both and
Okay.
then let's just have a meeting about so that we'll have one-way discussion.
Okay, sure. Ves sir, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
You can share the slides
Yeah.
by clicking on the share option.
Wait. Actually, I am using my mobile.
In that case, what I can do is then I will project for you. Can you see my desktop?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can present. I will just
Yes.
scroll it.
Yeah. I'll read out. Is it okay?
Yeah. Please carry on.
Yes. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Ves Kumar Khanka. I have prepared a slide here for our topic. Our group members are Anil Prasad Mittal, Basu Bhatta, and me myself. Our topic is my students do not understand the text in English in the classroom. And this research is done by Mr. Arso from the tips methods for it. He had two objectives there. The first is to find out why students do not understand the text in English, and the second one is to identify effective techniques for helping students. For that, she surveyed and she interviewed students informally, and then she also talked to her colleagues, discussed the topic, and then give information on why students do not understand English. Then later on, she analyzed and she interpreted, and then she concluded like this. First, she prepared a questionnaire, and with the help of that questionnaire, she collected information like 90% students are interested, but they do not understand. They're interested to read, but do not understand because of unfamiliar vocabulary. It means they do not know the meaning of vocabulary used in the text. Whenever she asks questions, after teaching them, 71% could not answer the questions in English based on reading. Uh, yes, she uh, found that students are not able to answer the questions based on the reading just because of unfamiliar vocabulary used there. She tried to translate the text into the student's mother tongue. Still, it didn't work. They didn't pay any attention there. Okay, yes. Then she planned for action. How to do? First, she talked to colleague, and she surfed the internet. Then she read a training manual by British Council, and she followed the steps there found in that training manual called NIIT, National Initiative to Improve Teaching in English. She followed some steps there, and she implemented that steps. The steps are prediction and leading. That means before reading the text, she asks some question what the text is about, what might be, let's say, the story about or something like that, and then vocabulary. She taught some vocabulary there. After that, she asked students for detailed reading, and then do you mind scrolling down, sir? When she followed that step and taught students, and after some time, she again did a little survey there and found that the progress is there. Her students are interested in reading English much more before she followed the technique. Actually, 93% were interested before she implemented plan. After implementing plan, 98% students were interested to read. Only 2% was left there. And then, okay, it's too small for me to read. Let me see from here. Answer the questions based on the text. 85% students were able to answer. Only 15% were not able to. I can read but do not understand the meaning. Before implementing that action, 68% students were not able to understand the meaning. Later on, that question was not asked. It means they understood the text. And Reading is very important for any success in the future. 99% students said yes. Fifth questions. What do you find about reading? So what is it? The text in English. Yeah, this is an open-ended question. So sorry, let me scroll. Let me zoom it. Still, yeah, it's too difficult to understand. Before implementing action plan, students say it's too difficult to understand and I'm poor in vocabulary. I feel uneasy. I like that. So I feel easy. Before 23% students say it's too difficult to understand. After implementing action, 10% students said it's too difficult. And only 12% students said I'm poor in vocabulary, and 78% students say I feel easy to read. So after conducting this, implementing this plan and collecting information, she concluded that she found the actual problems of students through exploration, and she developed an action plan to address the same. That means she developed an action plan to address the problem, and later on she improved her teaching in the classroom. So in this way, she was able to overcome the problem her students were facing in the classroom. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Veser. If anyone has any question, then you can put forward. I can see here 9 different participants. So first of all, I'll just go back to the our own meeting mode. Something went wrong.
Your
My desktop is
desktop sharing is still working.
Yeah, is it Chitras Joshi apply for the remote control, right? Do you accept? What does it mean?
No.
Okay, no. So I wanna switch it off. Okay. Yeah. Now it's fine. So any questions? I can see the new members who have joined: Pema ma'am, Saloni ma'am,
Anil.
Anil. Yeah, okay. Since Anil is right now online, so if you would like to add anything, please, you are free to add on the slides that you collaboratively prepared and presented, let's say, prepared first. Anil, sir? So any questions you have? Okay, so if you don't have any questions at all, then yeah. Lakshman, sir, anything to add?
Okay, only the summary. Yes, that's what we wanted, Parsuji. We want all groups to summarize and give a presentation. Analysis is not very necessary because we want you to see how others have undertaken the action research and how they have concluded. And how they write the report. But this report is not the full report. You'll be writing a bit longer, but this one is summarized version because it was going to come as a book. So it was sort of condensed. So this is fine. I mean, but yes, you're right. You could give some sort of analysis, not on the content of the report, but on some issues. For example, there's a feeling in most action researchers that your action plan must be successful. That is not actually what happens. Sometimes you you plan an action, you implement the action is done very successfully, but the outcome is not successful. That is not your problem. Okay, so maybe because in both cases they reported some things very good, but there are a few things that perhaps did not work. Maybe the presenters can pinpoint that what was planned, what was successful, and what did not really work well. So if you can see that, I think that becomes a good analysis. Thank you, Parsuji, for highlighting that. Now let's go back to is it Vesji, who just
Yes.
presented, or Anil? Can you, I mean, it's the same question that we asked earlier. What do you know now because of this presentation, which was not clear to you earlier?
Yeah. uh, would you mind repeating the question once again?
Okay. I mean, what do you now know better? What do you know better about EAR now that was not clear to you before this presentation?
Yes. Before this presentation,
Hello.
uh,
I
I
don't
used
know.
Yes.
I used to
So
Go
may I,
ahead.
yeah, I used to think that just research is just thinking the problem and let's say thinking about solution ourselves, just, oneself, not sharing with others, not taking help with others, not doing any, let's say, actual research. But after presenting the presentation, I now
Mm.
learned that to be a successful teacher, we must let's say do a research, think about the problem that students are facing, and really find out should explore the problem and find out the
Mhm.
main cause. We should ask
Mhm.
why, or uh, what, like this.
Okay. All
Lashman
right.
sir?
Yes,
Yes.
Anil, can you just chip in if you have something like after this collaboration in planning for the presentation and after presentation, what do you know better now that you did not know until this morning or until yesterday? That's our question.
Okay, thank you, sir. Well, as we went through that article, and as a researcher, what she thought in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
talking about reading, students were not interested in reading. She thought in the beginning, and she thought that problem lies with students. Because they are not much interested, they don't want to read, they don't want to study, they don't want to improve themselves. But later on,
Mm-hmm.
she later on, after the exploration, she found out that the real problem was not with the students, not in that sense, because they were not much, not interested, not in that sense. They were interested, but their other problem crept with, so that they didn't show much interest in the classroom. As she found
Yes.
later on, it was clear that because of lack of vocabulary, because of lack of reading habit, that students did not focus much on reading, that one part. And she
Mm-hmm.
has written herself, and
Mm-hmm.
her I think observer, her colleagues, has given
Mm-hmm.
her some suggestion, like you when you teach the students translating, and you read, ask them to do work a little bit faster, uh, according to the label. But later on,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end, she found out that the problem not with the students' interest, but the vocabulary, but the
Mm-hmm.
way how she taught in the before
Mm-hmm.
exploration, or and then later on. So it shows that
Mm-hmm.
if we explore things in the classroom, we
Mm-hmm.
can hit the real problem, and we can change the situation. And so
Yeah.
that we have got the lesson.
Mm. Okay. So I mean, you see the value of exploration. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay. Fine. Uh, I think now our plan was this. After the presentation and discussion, our plan was to ask each of you to share quickly in a sentence or two. Where are you now? Are you at the exploratory phase? Are you in the planning phase? Or have you already started implementation of your action plan? So, where are you now? And if you have any issues to ask us, I think this is the time. So let us do this way. Let us go one by one. Maybe let us do. Okay, let's go
Sure.
alphabetically. So Anil, which stage are you now?
So I'm now in planning stage.
You're
So I
still
have,
planning.
yeah, I'm still for exploration almost completed. I'm writing kind of report on it.
Okay.
What problem, and then I think it takes 3-4 days. I will plan. I'll plan
Mm-hmm.
how I going to implement that my strategies.
Okay. Because from not tomorrow but next Sunday, your action plan implementation should go full scale. After that, there should be no excuse of this or that because you have no exams, then no holidays. Students will be in the class, so you should be doing that. So by next Sunday,
Yeah.
please make a conclusion of your exploration, and if your action research question must be changed, you change it, and then plan the lessons and activities and anything that you want to do, and also prepare the materials that you want to use in that implementation phase and get ready. And if you have any questions, just shoot an email to our action research email so we can respond to you. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Now
Thank you. Thank you.
back to Vesraj Khadka. So quickly, can you tell us what stage are you at? There are 3 stages possibly. Exploration stage, I mean that analysis stage, well, let's say, and also planning stage or implementation stage. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm at planning stage. I have already finished planning. Now my school is due to start on Sunday. Then after Sunday, I will plan.
Okay,
Okay.
so from Sunday, planning doesn't mean that you think of something in the mind and then you'll think that okay, I'll be doing this. You really need to sit down, write your plan, and prepare your materials. It's like a drama. You need to rehearse everything because you are not teaching. I mean, in a very different way, but you are teaching in a way that is effective and that is well prepared. So
Yeah,
that your action plan will be successful. Okay. So
yeah,
if
I
you have
have
any
made a plan.
questions, yeah. Okay. Fine. Now back to Chetraj.
Yes, sir.
Chetraj.
Yeah.
Chetraj.
Hello.
Yeah, we can
Hello.
hear you.
Yes, sir.
Chetraj.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us which stage are you at? Exploration, planning, or implementation? What are you doing now?
Uh, yeah, I have uh, planned some actions, and
Uh
I'm
huh.
going to implement those plans after the vacation.
That
Uh,
is from next Sunday.
yeah. So, and I'm
Uh, pla-
confusing. Uh, Sir, I have a confusion.
confu-
Yeah, and I am confused that should I just use one technique for a time and then another in another time? So, and I use different techniques, class simultaneously.
Okay. I mean, mainly one strategy you should be using, but
Yeah.
within this strategy, a few things may come together, but they contribute to the strategy that you are using. Okay. For example, let us say if you want to use extra
Group.
reading.
Yeah.
Okay,
Role
if it
play
is
for
group
listening
work.
activities. Yeah. Role play, describing pictures, describing famous person, telling short stories by guideline. These are some action. My
Okay,
planning for action.
okay, But what do they come under? They come under group work, or they come under speaking? What do they come under? This role play and describing picture. I mean, what is their
Improving
umbrella term?
improving speaking skill.
No, improving speaking
Yeah.
is your objective, okay?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what is the name of this name of the activity that you are doing? Are you doing group discussion, or are you doing speaking? I don't know. Maybe gap information gap activity, or I don't know. So what? I mean, they must come under one heading. If the things do not come
Okay.
under one heading, then it doesn't work. Okay.
Lakshman
Now
sir,
I have two suggestions. Ajur.
shall I chip
Yes,
in a
yes.
little bit? Shall I chip in?
Please,
So that we won't
please,
miss
please,
the
please.
point. Uh, actually,
Okay.
yeah, this is really pertinent question, and then the way Lakshman sir is guiding you is really important as well. For example, what I can see here is you have multiple actions for one activity. The one activity can be as you have mentioned in the midterm evaluation form as well. Your speaking activity is your activity, by the way. And under speaking activity, let's say, you are having multiple actions, those whichever you have mentioned is the plans for the action. So I think they all can fit into the broader category. The broader category can be the speaking activity, right? Because you are targeting under speaking activity. So don't worry about, I think, like, my personal suggestion is don't worry about the multiple actions. Multiple actions can come under one particular activity, and still you are checking the effectiveness of one particular activity to address the question.
Okay, sir.
Did you address the question, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lakshman sir, yeah.
Maybe there are two things. Yeah. There are two things we can suggest to each of you. One, please read the reports that are included in the booklet we just sent, edited by Janak Singh Negi. That will tell you what can be done, what cannot be, as one set of actions. Shagunji has very well, phrased the response very well. Now, next would be, if you're really confused, please write an email to us so that we can write back to you. And in some cases, if the response to one person applies to many, we may also copy the response to you to others as well. But if it is very particular, then we'll answer to you, but write to us. And second is, please read the reports. And third, just to repeat what Shagunji and I said, you can do multiple actions, but they should come under one set of actions guided by one principle. Okay, then that becomes
sir.
one. And
Thank you.
and whatever you do must be repeatedly done. Just doing once doesn't help. Repeatedly done for several weeks. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Now let us go on. We have a newcomer who always has a problem in technology, but today we should congratulate her. She's in. Pema,
Okay.
tell us, where are you? Where are you? Pema? Hello? Pema Kala?
Pima's microphone is off now.
Yeah, but she should
yeah.
hear. I mean, she had a trouble for 20 minutes to get in, and she really made it. Now, then we can wait for her. Let's go to Saloni then. Saloni.
Pima is back.
Oh, back.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
Pima ma'am, now you can switch
Yeah.
switch on your microphone and you can start sharing your update. Where are you now?
Yeah, it's which stage?
Your microphone is not on. Your microphone option. Still your microphone option is not on. Next to video, you might have seen the option for microphone. You can simply tap on it if you are using cell phone. You are using cell phone now. Okay, in the meantime, we can go to Saloni so that, yeah, she can have some time
Yeah.
to solve her issue. Saloni ma'am. Hello, Saloni ma'am. If not, let's take views from Santi Sharma ma'am. Yeah, Saloni has switched on her microphone. Now whoever is ready. Since we are getting problem with Santi Sharma, so Saloni ma'am, you can begin now. Yeah, you need to share about your updates. As the question was, which stage are you at? Like as Lakshman sir mentioned just before, whether you are at the exploration stage or planning stage or implementation stage. Could you share? Anyone can begin, please, amongst Pima ma'am, Saloni ma'am,
Yeah.
and Santi ma'am. Weber is ready. Yeah, you can be heard.
Saloni. Hello.
I can see Saloni ma'am's microphone on, so you can start sharing now. And if you'd like to turn on your video, you can do it as well. Or Santi ma'am can start sharing. For that, you need to switch on your microphone. Your microphone is not on right now. Your microphone is on. Now you can start sharing.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, I have just completed exploration
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still busy till 23rd of this Kartik. So I've just finished exploration on mission.
Then have you analyzed what the data said? I mean, what did you learn from the data that you collected in the exploration?
My students, actually my topic is my students feel difficulty in writing, creative writing. They think
Okay.
they have shared that they are poor in vocabulary, so they
Uh,
tried. Not only my student, even my colleagues have suggested me to improve their vocabulary. That is what, sir. I have explored. My
I
colleagues
mean,
have.
like, so you started because you saw the problem, but
Yes.
after exploration, did you see the same problem? You just confirmed it, or do you have some other dynamics of the problem?
No, sir. Actually, I found my students poor in creative writing. Then they said they are just because of poor in vocabulary, they can't write. So I have not found
So
something
now,
different, sir. Similar,
no,
just
no, 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 no.
confirmed.
No. Now, see, you thought they are not good in creative writing, but you found out that they're complaining about vocabulary. Now, what you need to do is you need to plan to teach them vocabulary. Maybe you can create creative writing situation, but your focus should be on teaching them vocabulary that will help them to develop their creative writing. Maybe teach vocabulary first, or have some creative writing activities in which you'll be teaching them vocabulary. Okay, like you can go to Ellen Malley's activities on humanizing language teaching website and download the activities and use them. There are many different activities that can help both vocabulary learning and creative writing learning. Okay, so there is a switch. Now your problem is not a screenwriting, is actually a vocabulary issue. So
एकछिन यहाँ
combine them both. Is that okay?
मेरो आज वेबिनार त्यो बिर्सेँ क्या मैले
छोड्दैन अब
Uh,
Answer.
okay. Yeah, we can hear. Okay. So, Santi ma'am.
Saloni ji. Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, Santi ma'am. Yeah, one more thing. If you had observed really well Chitra sir presentation, he was exploring, I mean, he was reading the same kind of issue of Indu ma'am, and there was the STAR technique mentioned. STAR technique was more like mind mapping as well. We are not in a position to suggest you, but as you have identified the issues, you can also think of most probably that particular technique to implement as well. So those can be the plannings for action, by the way, for you. So you have said the support that you need is for the intervention in your midterm evaluation report, but more than that, first you need to plan for some actions concretely, as Laxman sir suggested. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so now Saloni just in. Saloni, can you share? Hello.
Okay. Yeah, she's in.
हेलो सर
Yeah.
Hello. So
and
yes, did you hear our questions?
yes sir what actually I'm doing
Yes.
so
Yes.
I'm actually in the initial stage and I'm trying to make my students write as my problem was my students not writing properly, especially the creative writing, and I have found that most of the students they actually want the explanation before I make them write anything, and I have tried doing it a lot whenever I give them any kind of creative writing. And another thing is the challenges that I am facing when I'm doing implementing this is that time limit. My students they actually want more than 45 minutes for writing, and that has actually become a kind of challenge for me. And if I
Okay.
make them write today, and then if I make them continue it next time, then the lining that they have is broken. I feel like that kind of thing. That is the challenge I'm facing now, actually.
Okay, for that, our suggestion will be this. Do you write a reflection every day you implement your action plan?
Reflexive writing, you're asking, sir?
Yes. Do you write a reflection after doing that implementation every day? You do that?
No, I haven't done that.
Okay. So what you do, buy a notebook now, today or tomorrow, and then any day you implement your action plan, write how it went. So keep writing it, then you will see the solution by yourself. Okay. In action research, we do not give direct suggestions. Sometimes we might, but you don't always get. So you write reflection. As you are writing reflection, then you will see what went wrong, where, how can you do it differently. Okay. So you need to be writing a reflection, and then maybe design writing activities which are short and can be finished in 45 minutes. I mean, you need to be thinking, and this right planning, implementation, reflection, replanning. These are a cyclical approach you need to follow. But for that, writing a reflection every day you are doing action plan implementation is a must in any sort of action research. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Actually, this is a suggestion to all participants. When you are any day you are you implement your action plan, please write a reflection, because you will need that reflection in your report writing later. Without reflection, your report will not be valid, or let us say substantiated. So if you have missed it, then write a long reflection of whatever has happened so far, and write a reflection about today, what you learned from this webinar or this sharing. And from tomorrow, please keep writing a reflection. All right. So now, thank you, Saloni. Thank you for sharing. Now, Pema, are you there? Pema.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you can speak now,
I
Pima.
think is she there?
Yeah.
Oh yes, she's there. Yes. We can't hear you. Hello.
We can't hear you. Can you just try again? Hello? Pima ma'am? We can see your microphone is on, but it's still probably something is wrong in your cell phone, I guess. So in that case, we can take our views later in the next webinar, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are running out of time, and today I think like it became really effective for all of us. The first reason was, like as Seth mentioned, you knew the format of reporting by reading their work, and as Lakshman sir mentioned, you knew the overall picture of how EAR looks like. So that's the crux of, I mean, that's what we thought, so that you all could have a similar kind of picture and you would know where you are actually moving towards as well. Now we'll be having similar presentations from other groups as well in the upcoming meetings. If we need to run meetings, let's say quite early than the scheduled one, then we might do it as well, which will decide being in a team again. So I mean, like, since we have got quite a lot of teams, and then some of you have mentioned here, ER is getting longer and longer. So if you are feeling that way, we also can pull a month earlier, but definitely it's a process. You are in a process and you are learning it right now. And as Saloni has mentioned again in her midterm evaluation report, it's like more a cyclical process. Like once you learn this ER, later on you can conduct yourself in a very short span of time. That's it from my side to add. Now I would like to request Lakshman sir, if you have anything to add, and then we'll wind it up.
I think I agree with you that we need to be doing something very early because we have NELTA conference on the 23rd, Saturday, November. 30 will be too late. Today is 26. So I think can we have a quick meeting on, let's say, 9 and 16 or 16, whatever. So let us discuss a little bit, and we'll write to them.
Yeah.
And then in the next meeting, I propose that the presenters in group 3 and 4 will be presenting from the reports that we've asked them to read. But individuals who have completed or are midway of their action plan implementation, maybe they could share their preliminary report for others to be motivated and for them to get feedback from us and from other team members. I think that now we should be going in that line, that our participants start sharing their reports orally, which will help them to write a written report later.
Yeah, that's really good idea, sir. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks all.
So,
yeah, sorry, Pima ma'am, that we couldn't hear your opinion today, but we'll get them. Like, if you have anything in return from, you can send us. No doubt, we'll be reading and we'll provide some kind of input if necessary. Otherwise, yeah, please be prepared to share your things in the next meeting. Yeah. Now, yes, thanks a lot. Now we'll meet again in the next meeting. We'll write to you shortly. Yes, thank you. Goodbye.